So this is part 2 of the Final Fantasy XIV documentary, Rewriting History. We see part 1, and that was breathtaking to see what Yoshi P had to undertake in order to get the game to its current standards. And this is going to be interesting to see the task of head that they had to face. And we do have the spacebar at hands. And my friends and I said it, Millie Fillet. Cat, hello and welcome. And Danger as well. Hello and welcome to the live stream. Hope you're very well.
So what did you think from your perspective as CFO to fix this problem? It's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to involve creating a new game. It's going to involve keeping the other game still running. Did you think at that time that that was a solid investment, that's what Square Enix should be doing, or did you think that it was a risky venture?
単純にそこだけ見るとね、すごくリスクの高い話に多分一般的には多分なるというふうに思うんですけれども、さすがに当社はね、ナンバリングタイトルでフラッグシップのタイトルで MMO これだけのタイトルなわけですから、それがこのままサービスが頓挫してしまうというのはこれは非常に将来的にまずいと。これはやっぱり経営上これは非常に大きなダメージを与えるということで、再度作り直しと並行してやるということの投資に関しては、これははっきり言ってやっぱりやるべきっていうか、やらざるを得ないというふうな判断でしたよね。ものすごい財務的なリスクがものすごい大きかったですけどね。
So correct me if I'm wrong here, chat. I feel due to the Japanese culture and the prideful nature that they have, they didn't want to just leave Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 in the dirt and be like an EA and be like, it's fine. It's only another game. It doesn't matter. They didn't want to tarnish their reputation in the gaming industry, and that's why they wanted to create the 2.0 or the revamp and the or remake, even all the way up to the corporate, because they wanted to regain that trust with fans and stuff like that. They wanted to give the fans what they deserve with that. Yeah, and it would also impact the sales of other Final Fantasy games. It would have been a disgrace to the Final Fantasy as a franchise. So also that as well. And Lilith, hello and welcome to the live stream also. It was a marker on their honor. Yeah. A lot of respect for the series that saved them from going bankrupt years ago. Damn. Thank you, Danger, for that insight as well. Yoshi P didn't mention that Final Fantasy XIV is his life's work. Wow, and Fox, hello and welcome to the live stream also. Let's see, chat. Let's see where this goes. Part 2, Rewriting History. Man, imagine being in the process for this. But as a part of the development team, you could be like, yeah, I was a part of that. I was a part of that. Look how beautiful Japan
Hello
looks.
and welcome back to our series on the fall and rise of Final Fantasy XIV Online. We rejoin Yoshida-san and the team at Square Enix at the start of a long adventure, and with players leaving en masse and the clock ticking, it was time for them to formulate a plan. But how exactly do you rebuild an MMO while people are still playing it?
Yoshida-san set his eyes on a 2013 launch date for the new version of 14, as he wanted to have the game out for fans within the PlayStation 3's lifecycle. But to do this while still patching 1.0, he would have to create an entirely new MMO in less than half the time of most conservative estimates. So before we get into specifics of what exactly was changed, I wanted to know how he did it. So for a moment, we step away from game design and dive into a critically important aspect of video games development that we rarely talk about. What? Project management.
Designing an MMO I just imagine the timeline for something like this is at least 5 years for anything. And you're being asked to do it in less than half of that probably. When you're designing games, when we talk to people, so much of it is iterative, that you create something and then you refine it and you brush it and then you look at it again. But you didn't have that luxury. You had to make sure that the version of A Realm Reborn that was coming out at that date was the final package.
Wow.
So did that change the way that you had to set up the team and the way your workflow kind of went.
MMORPG の開発に5年が普通だっていうのはもうちょっと強く言っといてくださいまずそのスケジュールトラブルを起こさないためのそのマネジメントの工夫としてはなんだろうな言い方がちょっと難しいんですけど、ものすごく腕のいい特に100人に1人ぐらいしかいないようなプログラマーがたくさんやっぱりいるわけではないのでかつものすごい短い期間で大量のコンテンツやアセットを作らなければいけないので人がたくさんどうしても並行作業が多くなるとかかってしまう能力のこの差をある意味高いレベルに合わせるんじゃなくて低いレベルに合わせるというか言い方が難しいな平均的なところに合わせるっていうそのマネージメントをすることでリスクをなくすってことをしました。この後ちょっともうちょっと詳しくで、何をしたかというととにかく一つのタスク例えばドラグーンというそのジョブを作るっていう時に今言ったドラグーンっていうジョブを作るっていうタイトルって1タスクに見える。
They didn't have the original classes in 1.0?
そうじゃない実際には何個のドラグーンにはアクションが必要でそのアクション一つプログラミングするのに、どれだけかかるかもちろんそのドラグーンの特定のアクションを作るために仕様書も必要だし仕様書を作った後は実際にそのなんだろう仕様書に例えば2時間かかるなら、それを例えば僕に確認依頼が飛んで僕がチェックするのに例えば15分かかるそのぐらい一つのタスクに見えるものを徹底的にもう細かく分解させるっていうちょっとなんだろうな究極のそのミニマムな管理方法を引いたので、スタッフは結構ストレスだっただろうなとは思います。で、そのさらにシングルタスクに対して最もこのタスクが自分で早く終わると予測される時間この時間でこのタスクが完了したら自分を褒めてもいい逆にこのタスクがこの時間以上かかってしまったら給料をもらう資格がないっていうぐらいその最悪のケースっていう
This is just nuts. The job quests in 1.0 are the same as 2.0. I just trying to take all this in and like how it's changed is just crazy. BH5, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Twitch community. Hope you're doing very, very well. Let me know how you are in the chat. Definitely courses. Before the calamity without the snow, and now it's a frozen wasteland. I want to see them find a way to fix courses in post 6.0. No, the job quests are very different. I'm the same BH5 in your Discord. Ah, hey. And that's why Japanese games are a lot better in many cases, because they will not accept a loss. They will work and work until they reach perfection. And they also don't like focusing on certain points. They want to make every aspect of the game good, not like American companies that value graphics over music, for example. The Japanese say both need to be perfect, otherwise the game is not good to them. And that is a really good mindset to have. The Mad Lad! Yoshi P is working on 16 as well as Endwalker now. That is nuts. And Fox said happy to be here. I really do appreciate everyone being here. I really, really do. Yeah, think of a way to look at the other companies. As soon as they touch something, we're already skeptical of it. Yeah, just look at CD Projekt Red. Did not want that. Very true. Very, very true. Magnificent. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know how you are in the chat and what you've been up to this week. Also, 16 looks like a fan-freak-tastic. It's why I want a PlayStation 5. Yes, 100%. I can't wait for it to come out. Now, let's see what he has to say. Continuing on.
そのミニマムで終わる時間とマックスかかってもこれだけだろうっていう時間を両方申告させてその平均値で基本的にはスケジュールを管理するっていう 本当にミニマムマイクロマネージメント、マイクロすぎるぐらいのマイクロマネージメントをしてました。それを最初はウィークでみんなそのやり方に慣れてもらうために毎週1週間でそのマネジメントを回して、で1週間経つと結果が出るので、さらにそこに個人パラメータ、例えば吉田はやたらとミニマムをこう短い時間で申告するけど、結局タスクが終わってみるとマックスに寄りがちだなってなった場合は 50% で見積もるんじゃなくて、もうその係数をかけて、吉田はマックス側によるからきっと次の週のスプリントはもうちょっとマックス側によるだろうみたいなのをどんどんこうで個人特性までそうやって管理してたので1日の稼働時間は
we had to tell them to lower their quality, really.
ありますけど、まあ、トイレに行ったりっていう時間も必要だし、あと必ずミーティングやその会議室でのミーティングじゃなかったとしても、スタッフと仕様の打ち合わせを絶対にそのデスクトゥデスクでフェイストゥフェイスでやることもあると思うので、1日の稼働は6時間で計算してましたね、その時は。全員6時間、8時間では見ない。
Damn, he actually worked
大
out
体
to
慣れ
like
てきたら
the...
それをまあ2週間スプリントに変えて、あとは毎朝必ずスタンドアップミーティングをして、それぞれのセクションで自分のタスクが今どうなってるのか、誰かのタスクが遅れてるせいで自分のタスクに取り掛かれないとかいうのは毎朝スタンドアップミーティングをして、ではこのタスクを入れ替えてこっちを先にやってくれないとこの人が止まってしまうからっていうのをもう全部毎朝やってましたね。だからスクラムっていうそのマネジメント手法のちょっと変形型ですね。ただ最後に言っときますけど、このマイクロマネジメント普通じゃないのでおすすめしないですよ。まあ、2年弱で MMORPG を作る、逆に言うとスタッフにも2年かからず終わるから、このマネジメントだから今は我慢してって言ってやってもらったものなので、一般的には絶対おすすめしないです。細かすぎます。
That's nuts. So he has like micro meetings or micromanaged it so much that everyone would just stand up from their desks and he would have the meeting so people were not leaving their desks because that would then save time. The fact that he even was like, okay, you will only work 6 hours of the 8 that you're actually here. He's got it down to like the little, like just tiny little bits, like everything. He's like, oh wow, this guy's amazing. Yoshi P is amazing. Really, really is. And Rapper, hello and welcome to the live stream. Hope you're very, very well. Let me know how you are in the chat. And also, Gooblins, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing very well as well. Oh, you're deep diving into the Final Fantasy XIV history. This is such a good series of videos. YouTube brought me here. Nice videos. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you so much for coming over from YouTube to Twitch as well. I really do appreciate that. I know the different websites and stuff like that. I think I'm going to have this go out on YouTube as well, because obviously 2 different audiences and stuff like that. And it is really, really cool to see the perspective and the history of Final Fantasy XIV. Edero, thank you so much for the follow as well. And Nero also. Hey, we got a Prince Charming here, have we? We got a Prince Charming. Hello, Prince Charming, where are you? Prince Charming, come forth. Prince Charming. This style requires a lot of trust. Exactly. Great style to get something accomplished in a limited time, but morale crushing long term, but both leader and a team. That is very, very true. And that's why he had to keep reiterating to him that it will only be for 2 years, this. And then after that, we go back to the basic structure of a game studio. How are you and Fat Stuart doing today? Very, very well. Fat Stuart's having a little break. And we will see Fat Stuart tomorrow. He's just chilling out in Costa del Sol and taking in all the sun and eating all the treats. He's a very, very cool. Hello, I was also brought here from the YouTube videos. Good job. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. I really do appreciate everyone coming over from YouTube. It does mean a lot. It really, really does. Cool. I'll watch it in YouTube too. Honestly, if this plan fails, Yoshida's career might have been permanently damaged. And a great documentary you are now watching. You see the series from the Speakers Network as well. And chat, I would like a little, kind of from a viewer's perspective as well. But when I put it onto YouTube, would you want me to have it raw like we are? Or would you like me to edit certain bits out and stuff like that? Let me know. Let me know what kind of a style you'd want it going on to YouTube for. Because this today is a very kind of new thing for me. I haven't done this kind of thing before where I react to big videos like this. Little update, only 40k left. I just reached 60k, Lord. We got the cosplay soon. Damn. I think you'll get more views on YouTube with an edited version. Super long videos don't seem to do well. I think the YouTube audience would like these boards talking segments edited out. True, the YouTube algorithm does more for your discoverability than Twitch. Upload the whole thing. Good evening, Albs, Echito. I hope I pronounced that correctly as well. So yeah, kind of a mixed opinions on it as well. So maybe I should do it like I do with the MSQ.
I mean, anyone can come in and say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna rebuild the game. Follow me." But he came in with, this huge Excel that had all of these lists of everything on it. What we're gonna do here, what we're gonna do here. This is when we're gonna do them by, and this is what we're gonna do here. And to see that, it's like, okay, this isn't just a stopgap type of thing where a president's like, okay, crazy here, let's just change the leader and hopefully things will, get better.
Right.
It was an actual, okay, this guy really wants to do this. He has this plan.
Yoshida had them running like a well-oiled machine, so it was time to get to work. First things first, they had to start the rollout of patches for 1.0, but a critical part of the failure of the first game was the poor communications the development team had with their community. So to keep diehard fans on board during this protracted period of redevelopment, they had to be a lot more transparent.
What we
and that's why they're so community driven now.
At very first is it was failure. Failure. So we need to restart the game. But we at that timing we didn't announce that. Reborn is not announced, but we are going to fix this game. We need more communication. So just list all the changes, plan the changes. So some, upper management people doesn't like this because if you show this to the players, player knows what we will do. So, after that, you did this, but you didn't do this, you didn't this. Everyone can check that. So, some people doesn't really like that way. But when Yoshida-san and myself are discussing how we deal with the community, but what we need to
It's nice when companies put roadmaps out for games. I really do like it.
確かに、今の14のそのユーザーベースから見れば当時のユーザーベースはものすごい小さかったと思う、今と比較すれば。ただ、メディアの皆さんからもそのプレイヤーからもそのファイナルファンタジー14はもうダメだ。
So let's come back from this.
むしろなんであんなダメなゲーム遊んでるの君たちどうかしてるんじゃないのって言われながらも、いやファイナルファンタジーシリーズだから絶対何とかしてくれるはずだ。いやこれはこれで僕らは楽しんでるからほっといてくれ。その11だって最初の頃はいろいろあったけどきっと良くなるはずって言って数はもちろん今と比較したらすごく小さいそのコミュニティだったかもしれないけど誰よりもスクエアエニックスやファイナルファンタジーのことを応援してくれている人たちだったので、この人たちを無視するんだと多分この先もうファイナルファンタジーはダメだろうと思ってたので、むしろ何よりも大切にしなきゃいけない部分だったっていうのが最も大きい理由。それは何億円使おうが回収できない後でコストだと思うので、信頼ってそういうことなのかなっていうふうに会社にもプレゼンテーションしましたし。
Yeah, it was an investment, but they wanted to get all the stuff like the trust back and the community.
あともう一つやっぱり大きなポイントは本当にファイナルファンタジー14がリバンプしてその大逆転するためには絶対に彼らの力が必要だっていうことももう一つ重要な意味を持っていると考えてました。
Next, Yoshida split his team in half. Some worked
Hey, hey, hey! Floristoro. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Nero, hey, Prince Charming. Prince Charming, I'm glad you've joined us. Yes, Prince Charming, yes, yes, yes. Has anyone already suggested to watch the Rise and Fall series after the No Clip doc? Hey, Madison, much love. Thank you for the gifted sub to TV Discs World. Really do appreciate that. How are you doing, Madison? Let me know how you are in the chat. And I like that we got Prince Charming here. How yes. And I would advise every streamer to make a YouTube account so they can get more viewers. Yeah. That is one of the big things. You don't grow, or shall I say it's a lot harder to grow on Twitch if you do not upload to YouTube. So much harder. Like, it's just, wow. It really is. I agree you should see the Rise and Fall series from the speakers of Hydraland. It's a good series from the player's view. Definitely we'll react to that next week as well. I'm okay. How are you? Have a really good day. Really tired. I had to come in and have a little nap today from work because I was really tired and not getting much sleep last night. Didn't help with that, but I'm okay now. And then the rest of the evening should be very good. It's one of the reasons I love this game. The devs actually care. Yeah, they really do. And when is the next fan fest? Yeah. When is the next one that should... Is it 2022 that the next one is? One time a player came up to Yoshi P and pointed out an issue in the game, and Yoshi P said, alright, we'll look into it. And guess what? 2 patches later, it was fixed. What? That's incredible. May 14th? Literally next month. Yeah, but that's the online version, isn't it, chat? When are we getting like an actual... I know due to COVID and everything like that, we probably won't get one for a while, but when's the next, like... Yeah, the next the next physical, like, I could shake people's hands and, like, talk to people and stuff like that. Probably 2023. Oh, not next. Not announced. Who knows? Because COVID, yeah. I know that's a massive thing. It's an online fan fest since the pandemic situation. They usually do it every 2 years. Okay, so it'd probably be 2023. So I will probably do the fan fest chat, but kind of pick and choose what stuff I can look at and not because of spoilers.
Working on the new version of 14 and others working on the updates to 1.0, what he called the guts version of the game. But with so much of the game requiring fixing, where do you even start?
まず一番最初にやらなきゃいけないと思ったのはインターフェースをとにかくなんて言うんだろうな、
wow.
最低限遊べるように正直本当申し訳ない話なんですけど、僕最初にやっぱりオリジナルの14触った時にインターフェースがあまりにもなんだろうひどすぎて話にならない。だって PC バージョンしか出てないのにゲームパッドがないとまともに遊べない。聞いたことがないそんな PC ゲーム。マウスキーボードでまともに遊べないゲームなんか見たことがなかったので。
So they built a PC game for consoles.
コンテンツを作ろうがジョブを作ろうがインターフェースがダメだったらコンテンツの面白さに到達する前に人はゲームをやめてしまうので、とにかくインターフェースを直さないとゲームにならないっていうふうに考えたので、一番最初にすごい丁寧に取り掛かったのはやっぱりインターフェースの改修っていうところですね。僕最初にプレイした時5分ぐらいでやめちゃいましたもん。
First time we touched the game, I quit.
笑い話でクイットの仕方が分からなくてウィンドウの右上にある×ボタンを押そうとしたんですよ。で押したらこのままゲームを終了するとデータがセーブされない可能性があります。それでもよろしいですかってダイアログが出るのでいやいやよくないでしょって。いや僕はエンジニアだからサーバーに常に書き込んでるからそんなわけないじゃんって思ってるんですけど、万が一のことがあるから多分出てるんですよそのダイアログ。でも意味がわからない。でそうなると怖くて押せないですよね。なんだこれでノーって押すとまたゲームにいるわけでしょ。 X 押すとダイアログでしょ。 どうやってクイットするんだよこのゲーム。
Interface isn't sexy. It's not something you tend to hear a lot about in video games coverage.
No. If you don't hear anything about your UI, you've created a good eye. A good eye? Yes, you've created a good eye. You've created a good eye. You've created a good UI. Yes, you've created a good UI. If people don't talk about it, you've made a good one. Because it's not abrupt. It's not messing with their, like, gameplay stuff. This is what we learned from game development back in college. They told us if people do not notice your UI and it's immersive and stuff like that, then you've done a good job. If people talk about your UI and go, look how bulky it is, it doesn't match the gameplay. Because UI is actually really huge for game development. It really is. Cat with 1,000 bits. Wow. Wow. Can we get some love in the chat for Cat with 1,000 bits? That is unreal with that flag as well. Look at that, the flag of love. Flag of love. Really, really do appreciate that, Cat. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I really, really do appreciate that. I really do. That's insane. 1,000. A UI is like a joke. If you have to explain it, it's not a very good UI. Facts is one of those things. It's good. It's taken for granted and noticed. It's good. Good eyes are also important. Also important. Having done sound design, it's the same in sound design in film. If you notice they did something wrong, oh wow. How is that rolling the shots? How is wow. How was it working in sound design and stuff like that? Albsterz, if you want to see 1.0 cautious, that's right there, snow free. What? I kind of like it in a snowy area though. Facts. I like my UI like I like my cats. Sleek and sexy. Imagine the exit message popping up when you try to leave a raid. You probably wouldn't leave your area and your character would be trapped there forever. Well, as long as I was with Fat Stewart, everything would be fine. Oh, well, I need to know how to pronounce this place, because I feel like we're going to be traveling to a lot in the story. Cautious? Sleek and sexy cats. Excuse me? Butterbollocks is saying.
Because really, when it's done correctly, you're not supposed to notice it. So when the early patches for the game concentrated on interface and quality of life updates, much of the community began to get frustrated. The team needed to fix it quickly, so Yoshida employed the help of a Square veteran, one of the developers, on that original 1.0 task force.
Hello?
はい、皆川博と申します。ファイナルファンタジー14ではユーザーインターフェースの、設計デザインとあとアート的なビジュアルの方も担当しています。よろしくお願いします。今47歳なんですけれども、25の時に入社したのでもう22年経ちますね。当時はまだスクエアエニックスがスクエアという会社だったので、ファイナルファンタジータクティクスの、アートディレクターを担当していました。なので普段は少ない情報、なるべく少ない情報やシンプルな表示を心がけているんですけれども、今回はカスタマイズ性というかよりツール的な考え方でいろんなプレイヤーがそれぞれ自分の好きなカスタマイズができるようにっていうことを普段よりも強く意識してます。まあやはりバトルがテンポのスピーディーなテンポのゲームなので、カーソル
This is really, really interesting to hear all this stuff.
十字キーで動かしながら決定するっていう、まあ、そういう操作性ではちょっとゲームにならないだろうというところがあったので、まあ、かなり最初の頃にクロスホットバーというアクションを選択するインターフェースを考えたんですけれども、ただこのインターフェース自体は割と昔から他のゲームで自分自身作ったり使ったりしていたものだったので、絶対それでいけるだろうなという思いはありました。なので実はそこはあまり苦労していなかったりします。まあ 例えば表現方法が変わると必ずその僕はこっちの方が良かったっていう話は来るんですね。例えばインベントリーは以前はテキストで表示されていたんですけれども、アイコンになると当然そのなんか似ていてよくわからないとか、なので両方欲しいっていう話は受けて、両方作るのは大変なんだよなっていうそういうところがありました。
So he also implemented like the slash stuff as well, with like slash like sit down, slash do this, slash do that, because that's very sleek. I like that. I like that. Curve this bones. Curvus. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see it. Oh, Corefas. 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 Some of the cats in Final Fantasy XIV are sleek and sexy, though. And working with actors ADR has a Marmite-like response. Some of them love it, some of them hate it. I do like Marmite. Chat, I don't know if you do like Marmite. Let me know. Welcome to Final Fantasy Online. Oh, Final Fantasy XIV. Sword Art Online versions. I still need to finish Sword Art Online. I really do. I did like it, but now he's in a part of the thing that's like, okay, well, I enjoy doing it, that's for sure, but very much the UI, and many people leave sound design till last. We usually have 3 or 4 weeks to do an entire film at most. What? Why do they put you under that much pressure? Wow. Wow. Really? Marmite is spreadable evil? What? 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 No. Chat. So, you got your toast, yeah? You put some cheese spread, or dairy lee, as it would be called. Or it's like peanut, like, it's just cheese spread. Let me know if you've heard of it, chat. And then you put Marmite on top of that as well. Oh, now that's naughty. Maybe more like Corefas. You said Marmite, I read Mamit. Or how do you spread it? Wouldn't it be painful? Because Marmite is a creation of the Galileans. What is Marmite? Sounds kind of gross. It's a yeast extract, isn't it? I do believe. Look, mate. The moment Marmite touches your toast, the only place it can go is in the bin. Oh no.
今でも ARR のリリースからその積み残しの仕事リストみたいなのがあるんですけれども、まあ2年以上経って今入るみたいな機能もたまにあったりします。
でもう一つはバトルシステムをとにかく変更しないとコンテンツが作れない。つまりあまり良くないバトルシステムをベースにして、コンテンツを作ったとしてもコンテンツが面白くならない。だから順番としてはインターフェースを修正しながらバトルシステムを変更してやっとその先にコンテンツを作るっていうのが、まあ順番としては僕は真っ当だと思った。当時のバトルシステムも当時は15人でパーティーが組めてあって、しかも、マジックポイント MP の管理っていうものがほぼなかったので、当時のファイナルファンタジー
Yeah, I wonder what the battle system with multiple people would have been like back then.
ケアルガっていうスペルをずっと連打してても MP がゼロにならない。延々ケアルガして OK。で他の魔法いらないよね。じゃあとにかく当時は15人で一つのモンスターを殴りまくって回復しまくってっていうすごい大雑把なゲームだったので、これを戦略的な
Oh, look at all the names down the side as well.
コンテンツが面白くならない。だから UI を直しながらバトルシステムを変更して
The amount of
そ
work.
れらの準備をしながら最も重要だと思ってたのはファイナルファンタジーエレメントっていうものをとにかく入れていくことっていうのが次のというか最も大きな課題だというふうに思ってました。なぜなら当時ジョブもなかった。ないともいない。
Really? Really? So there was no, like he just said, there was no black mage, white mage, or paladin. It was all just one character? No way. Hey now, isn't it as bad as Vegemite? Oh, yeah. That's what Marmite and Vegemite are. They're exactly the same. Marmite's just a little bit stronger. Spam one button to win. Oh, is that? Oh. Can't ride chocobos, no primals yet. That's where the classes come from. It was old classes. Also, at the point of Final Fantasy XIV will be replaced by a new MMO. People are guessing Final Fantasy 17, probably in like 4 or 5 years. But that will be interesting. But Final Fantasy XIV will most likely keep running after the new Final Fantasy releases. I can see that. I can see that because they've released 14 or 11. Then they done 14 in 4 to 5 years' time. I can see that. I can see that. Vegemite is different, actually. Hate Vegemite. Used to make that mistake. But Vegemite is a vegetable extract and Marmite is a yeast extract. I like them both. They're both nice. 100% chat for anyone that likes Marmite. Try it with cheese spread. It is lovely. Okay? It is awesome. And Press says, I thought it felt slow because I played Bard. Oh, did you play it on did you play the original 1.0 as well? I will probably be dead before Final Fantasy 14 goes offline for the last time. Yeah, I feel like they're going to be taking this down for ages.
メージもいない。ホワイトメージもいない。これはファイナルファンタジーなのか。チョコボに乗れるわけでもないし。イフリートは出てきたけど戦えないし。一体何なんだこのゲーム。だから僕らがコンテンツとして入れていかなきゃいけなかったのはやっぱりイフリートやそのガルーダ。いわゆる召喚獣って一般的に呼ばれてるものとのボスバトルを入れていかなきゃいけないと思ったし、チョコボに乗れないなんて MMO なのに話にならないからチョコボにちゃんと乗れるようにしなきゃいけないし、何よりジョブがないのも FF じゃない。少なくとも僕は FF だと思わないので、だったらジョブをちゃんと入れていこうっていうところが、でもそれもやっぱりさっき言ったようにインターフェースとバトルシステムがいいものにはならないので、まあだから回収をやりながらきちんと仕様を作ってそれを一つずつクリアしていくっていうのを中盤以降は続けて、そこからやっぱりグッドゲームの評判はやっぱり Q14 も良くなっていて、プレイヤーもずっと増え続けていったので少しずつですけど、あれは僕らもすごい励まされました。やっぱりちゃんと面白いものを作っていけばみんなプレイをしてくれるっていうのも数字の上からもよく見えたので。
That's amazing. That is amazing.
一気にリリースされた7つのジョブ。パッチナンバーは忘れちゃったけど、7つのジョブがいっぺんに。
Seven. They done 7 jobs at the same time.
たった一人のゲームデザイナーが作ったんで。
What?
The team at their
That was one game designer that was doing the 7 classes that got released all at once. That's nuts. Chat, do you know this documentary is just making me fall more and more in love with this game? It makes me appreciate the game even more. And the fact that we're going through a Realm Reborn at the moment, and we're playing through this hardship that they've had, is amazing. And Primal, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the Twitch community. Hope you're doing very well in the chat. I see you there. Hey, chat. New guy here. Hey. Get some love in the chat for Primal. Really do appreciate that. And Yoshi P said most likely will be on a Final Fantasy 14 team for his whole life. He sees Final Fantasy as his life work and he has no plans on ever leaving. He really loves the game and the players. Wasn't there a thing, chat, that he was going to retire, though? Or was that just like speculation that I see? I mean, you're already addicted, Albs, so it's an incredible story. That's the usual effect it has on people. An amazing story, and A Realm Reborn is just the beginning. Chat, I have so many plans for Final Fantasy 14 and like this, like the content and stuff that we can do, the streams, like everything. You are one of us now. Welcome to the family. Hey, get some love in the chat. Get some love in the chat for that. Much love. Hold on, let me scroll up quickly. Let me have a little look. They said during the SHB FanFest they will add at least 10 more years of content already planned out. Well, hello. Hello. Yes. Yes. The Final Fantasy XI is still running and making money isn't amazing in itself. Paul Stewart. Final Fantasy XIV is his baby. In retrospect, Final Fantasy XIV has already had its downfall, and they have learned from it, so after Final Fantasy XIV was dropped, it was only an uphill with ARR. Just speculation because of Final Fantasy XVI. Ah, okay. Thank you, chat, for confirming that for me. One of us. That's spoiled in here a bit, isn't it? What, is there spoilers going forward? The devs of this game are like 50% of the reason I would never quit. I don't feel like any other MMORPGs with this community-driven development team. No, facts. There was a rumor he was going to retire, but he was gradually happening to take over another project, Final Fantasy XVI. Oh, I want you to remember you're here forever. But I actually have so many plans. Like, once we've done a Realm Reborn, we've got, like, the drunk stream, we've got the wedding, we've got Fat Stewart's evolving. Yes, he will be evolving. We have the Hillbrand quests. We have the Coils dungeon to do. I think that's like some of the events. So that's like 5 or 6 things that I've already got planned for after a Realm Reborn, even before we get into Heaven's Sword. That's cool. It was a rumor, but as N. Walker revealed, he said no plans at leaving at all. Shh. Okay, no spoilers. No spoilers. I got hooked when another MMO I played was shut down without any fan service. Then I got the 1.0 cinematic. Oh no, not the coils. It's got to be done. It's got to be done for the law. And then I can watch the Flames of Truth trailer as well. Oh, makes me feel like raining again. Albsterz, actually, bro, as you proceed through the journey of the game, you are going to have more questions than answers. Specifically, the nature of the primals are not going to be easy to grasp. In fact, you'll get even more confused. Oh no, I did it unsynced months ago, been going through it synced with the FC now for the experience. The coils are great for lore, yeah, and that's why I want to do it, and it'll be an awesome thing to do with the community as well. Bruh, there is so much to do. When cross data centers visits happen, we can all play with you. Yes, and we can do massive fashion events. We can do Fat Stewart meetings. We can do everything. We can do everything. The Stewarts can take over the world. They are great for lore. I do like them, but they are not easy. Hell yeah. Goodness, I cannot wait for the cross days to place so we can have ults everywhere. And interviewing with the devs are just precious. There are multiple where the devs are just crying out of joy while interacting with the players. Yoshi regularly plays on public servers, etc. They're just good beans. Fill the map with Fat Stewarts. We are when we go through the coils, it updates the movie you can watch. Yeah, 100%. I wish I could join your coils journey. Sadly, I'm on Tonberry. Oh, and you will realize the Lalafels are all along. Can't wait for data center troubles. All right, let's have a little look at this chat, shall we?
Their sights set on what needed to be changed and how they were going to do it. For the first time in years, they were feeling hopeful, and even better, players were finally starting to respond with positivity. But right as they were settling into this new reality and finding their rhythm, disaster struck.
Oh no, okay.
For 6 minutes, Japan shook.
What?
A 9.0 earthquake had struck 200 miles northeast of Tokyo, and a resulting tsunami devastated coastal regions.
I remember this.
What followed was a humanitarian and infrastructural disaster that can be barely comprehended. While the country rallied to help those affected, Tokyo suffered aftershocks and frequent electrical blackouts. I asked Yoshida-san if he'd like to share how this had affected the team.
まあ東京もそうは言ってもすごい揺れたので、やっぱりまあ当日はね会社に泊まった方が安全だって言って帰らないで ずっとニュースを見てるっていう人たちもいたし、やっぱり東北に家族とかね親戚とかいるスタッフも当然いたので、まあもう正直言うともう開発どころではなかったのは確かにそうですね。で開発なんか優先すべきじゃないと思うので、やっぱりみんな開発者の前に人なので、
facts 100%。
まあ日本中電力が足りなくなっていたので、まあ本当に些細なのかもしれないけど、サーバーを全部落とそう、まあ少しでも協力できることがあればっていうことで、プレイヤーの皆さんにも申し訳ないんですけど、サーバーを一定期間止めますっていう話をして、そんな時期でしたね。
Well, that's understandable though.
サーバーの稼働を再開してから、プレイヤーの方からまあお手紙をいただいたり
no, don't be hate. Please don't be
したん
hate.
ですけど、エオルゼアの中で遠くにいる友達の無事が確認できた。エオルゼアがあったから電話も通じない、連絡の手段がなかったところ、エオルゼアの中にログインしてきてくれたことで無事だったっていうのが分かった。逆にその周りの人たちの情報っていうのも分かったっていうお話をいくつかいただいて、まあ電力が足りなければね、当然そのサーバーなんて落とせばいいかなと思うんですけど、そうじゃない限りは続けるっていうことも、エオルゼアを維持しておくっていうことも一つのなんかサポートなのかなって思った機会でもありましたね、その時は。だから続けてくれてありがとうって言われたんですよ、ファイナルファンタジー14は。開発で、まああとは最も大きかったのは、実はイフリートの次に戦うボスはリヴァイアさんの予定で、リヴァイアさんをかなりの速度で作ってたんですけど、とてもじゃないけどリリースなんかできないっていう話で、だからイフリートの後モーグリが実装されているのはそれが理由ですね。急いでモーグリを作り直したというか、企画し直したので、いやそんなことはなかったですよ。みんなやっぱりそれぞれのあの時期まあ、会社に来れない人たちもまあ何日か会社も休みにしてるんで、ただどっちかっていうと自分たちにできることをやろうっていうみんな感じだった。
Wow. Oh, I can see Slayer with the crying emojis as well. Oh. Oh. That's nuts. That is nuts. Imagine going to fight a tsunami causing monsters when the real world is reeling from one. And Primal says, Albs, by the way, bro, I would advise you do not watch the Shadowbringers launch trailer just yet due to massive spoilers at the end of the trailer. You must finish Stormblood first, then watch it. This is to keep you excited for the reveals and unspoil. Oh, yeah. Primal, regarding any... So I only done the job actions because there weren't any spoilers in it. It just gives me a showing of what's to come within my class. It's not so much the story. But anything regarding the story and anything like that, I want to do it chronologically in order. So I want to go as I was being a new player, as this stuff was being chronologically released. That's why once I get to the coils and completed the coils, I will then watch the Flames of Truth trailer. Once I get to Heaven's Sword, just before I start the first quest for Heaven's Sword or get into it, I will watch and react to the trailer. I will do it all in order. So I think it'll be really, really awesome. Really awesome. Renton? Hello and welcome to the live stream. I am probably butchering that right up. Imagine... Oh, I read that one as well. Specifically, the launch trailer, maybe don't watch. It drops a bomb. The normal trailer is kind of okay, though. Yeah, I will not watch it, chat. I will not watch it. Don't worry. don't you worry. I'm not going to be like, okay, chat, let me just pull up the trailer and we're going to react to it now. I won't do that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Blizzard would have said, no, fuck that shit, I'm out. Fuck that shit, I'm out. Very understandable. Respect, yeah. So much respect for Yoshi P and Kemp. Hello and welcome to the live stream. I just completed Coil's solo last week as a level 80 ninja. Great fun and good story. You've done it solo. You've done it solo. Oh. Can we get some love in the chat for Pandatronics? I'm so sorry to hear that, and if this did bring up any memories, I do apologize for that. I really, really do. If we can get some love in the chat, I really do appreciate that. Plus, why watch trailers for expansions you're not at yet anyways? Yeah, the only reason why I reacted to the Endwalker 1 when I first started the game was just to give me a thing like, okay, this is what I can look forward to if I make my way all the way through the game. And that's why I can't remember anything from that trailer anyway, and we'll revisit it once we get to that specific point in time. And thank you, chat, so much for the love. Really do appreciate that. Really, really do. Much love. Now let's see what our legend boy has to say about it. They all got spoilers, so you're going to watch them when you get to them. Yeah, 100%. Part 3 of the doc, I think, has spoilers for you. If you haven't got to Heaven's Sword yet. Oh. And I was going to say anyway, chat, I will be able to watch the last of this documentary. And then I'm sadly out of time. Because I got work and everything. And I've got to edit and stuff like that. So, but if part 3 of this documentary has spoilers for Heaven's Sword, wouldn't it be better to react this at a later date? Let me know, chat. Shadowbringers trailer is gonna be so much hype when the time comes. Alb, it's a shame Final Fantasy 1.0 is no longer available. I enjoyed it very much so. Also, bro, 1.0 was before a Realm Reborn. We can go check the part 3 after stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
そうじゃあ全員で福島に行って何か僕らが活動することって意味があるのか、あれだけたくさんの人たちが押しかけてる中で、だったら僕らはそのなんだろう、彼らが落ち着いた時にゲームを楽しく遊べるように、僕らは結局ゲーム作るしか脳がないので、まあゲームを作り続けるのが結局何よりなのかもっていう、こういう話はしなかったですけど、みんなそういう感じで復帰してきてましたよ、仕事に。
Damn. Oh, damn. Now there's got to be
Over the coming months, the team would release patch after patch for 1.0. 1.17 introduced 8-player parties and more stable network infrastructure. 1.18 dropped in June 2011 and was a huge patch that made the game much more playable. Level caps lowered for story quests. It added grand companies, class adjustments, instance dungeons, and auto attack. Yes, would you believe this game still didn't have auto attack? It featured a more user-friendly map interface and also scrapped the controversial fatigue system.
And so we need to take this concept that Yoshi-san has created, make it fit with the current world, write stories around it, make the transition seem seamless, and then in the new world, make it so that there's still some connection with that old world that will be understood by those core players, but won't alienate new players. It won't be something like, oh, you didn't play that old, the stuff in 1.0, so you're going to be completely lost. Because we don't want to do that either. We want to get new players to come that didn't play the original one. We don't want to have them have to play the original to understand this one. And so trying to work the story that way was, it was challenging, but it was a lot of fun.
Look at that.
We got to try a lot of things. We had a lot of freedom, then especially on the 1.x stuff, because in a sense, it would only be released, seen for a few months, and then it would be gone forever. And so, on one hand, that's really exciting because we can do whatever we want. We can create these crazy stories.
Hey, there he is. There's our bot. We're going to see him very soon. Phil Brand, there he is. We're going to see him very, very soon, hopefully. Will you do all 3 parts? Part 3 has spoilers. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that, chat. then I wouldn't be able to react to part 3 anyway today. But when we get to the point in the story that the spoilers are no longer spoilers for me, then we will react to this, or part 3 of the documentary. So thank you very much. The Rise and Fall doc by Speakers Network explained the fatigue system, by the way. Ooh, look forward to that. Albsterz also, bro, saw you in the Endwalker trailer, seating on the throne, watching as the estuary crashing down. His name is Xenos. Oh, you will love Hillbrand. Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah. And hey, Matty, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really do appreciate it. It's a shame new players can't experience the story from 1.0. Dude, I can't wait for you to play through the Hillbrand quest. Absolutely hilarious. No spoilers. And that is... I think this is going to be the first thing I do once we've completed the base of Realm Reborn. I think this is the first thing that we're going to be doing.
Have these crazy characters, all of these crazy situations, and go, you know, close to the wall. But on the other hand, we're working day and night on something that only a few thousand people are going to see and will be gone in 6 months.
That's nuts.
I really think, I mean, I look back at it now, I think we did a lot of our best work during that one point. And it's sad that no one is ever going to see that. Maybe, you know, there's some videos up on YouTube where people can still go back and check them out. But a lot of, you know, some of the best stories, some of the most crazy stuff went on during that 1.x period because it was pretty much no holds barred. Anything can happen. We had like crazy cults, and you had like, you know, people from the Garlean Empire. There was like, propaganda, giant dragons and machines, and it was just anything goes in a type of situation there, and it was just really a lot of fun.
1.19 signified the 1-year anniversary. Players finally got personal chocobos, and in the distance, one light in the night sky burnt slightly brighter, a sign of things to come.
At the very first time, it was just some rumor between players. Oh, is it getting bigger? No, I think so.
This was also when Square Enix announced that an entirely new version of the game had been in development since January, and that current players would receive copies of it for free. They also announced that players' character data and progress would be transferred to this new version, what they were then calling version 2.0. A roadmap for patches was outlined, and it was
Look at this! That's huge. That is huge. Oh, that is huge. Albs is still in ARR though. Okay, chat. I won't go up the chat then. Yeah, if we can have no spoilers, please. That would be much appreciated. Hold on, I can. Oh, I'll sort that out after. That is nuts. I'm cool up, but I won't say anything. Don't matter how far the chat is. Albs is in 2.0, so no spoilers.
Announced that monthly fees would be reinstated as of January 2012. As an incentive for players to keep playing while the fees were introduced, they announced Legacy Campaign, which rewarded players who paid for at least 3 months of service with permanently reduced monthly fees. Those players would also get an exclusive Chocobo mount, while as a thank you for their support during the redevelopment, their names would be featured in the credits of the new game.
That's huge.
10月14日に
That's huge.
そのレムリボーンっていう14を全く新しいゲームとして作り直してますっていう発表を同時にすることで
Imagine being one of them people.
このままアップデートしていくんじゃないの？一体どうなるのこの先。楽しかったですよ。
1.2 was the final patch of 2011. It saw all the servers renamed, while the moon Dalamud now seemed larger in the sky. 1.21 came in March 2012, introducing a new job system and 2 new dungeons. 1.22 followed in April. Dalamud grew closer, and now some players are beginning to have nightmares. Ominous dreams greet players who log into the game while at an inn. The community all the while trying to figure this out. Is the moon going to destroy the world? Then how will player data be saved in 2.0? They wouldn't have to wait long for answers. That summer, a trailer revealed that 2.0 would be titled A Realm Reborn, and Yoshida-san conducted numerous interviews explaining the future of the game and the features players can expect. On September 12, 2012, the final patch for 1.0 was released. The game updates to 1.23b, and with it comes an enormous Dalamud, its mechanical outer shell now in full view. Players now realizing that this world didn't have long left.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. It broke a world record. Their names are actually featured in the credits, and we will look out for that as well. The ARR credits got a Guinness World Record. I don't know how many hours, 78 days. Legacy players also got a special tattoo on their characters. They're also the special Legacy server where only Legacy players can play in. Wow. Wow, that's cool. My boyfriend has a character with the Legacy tattoo. Munchie, I would love, or Cutie, I would love to see that in the community Discord if he's still got the, if he can get a photo of it. I would love to see that. An exclamation mark Discord for anyone that does want to join it. This is nuts.
On November 1st, 2012, a final in-game battle began. Square Enix made entry free for the final week of the game, while a haunting song can be heard playing on the wind across the entire realm. While the server struggled to deal with the load, players got together with their friends one last time, as the development team in Japan spammed enemies outside capital cities. One group of players outside of Golda has become legendary, attempting to protect the city through what we now call the Great Gobu Wall.
Oh my.
Right before Dalmud hit Albsterz, we had to do some chaotic situation to the existing world. So what we decided is to spawn the strong enemies at the near the main cities. Even when I popped the very strong, Manticore or the mobile or the giant monsters, players kill instantly.
Right.
Yeah, instantly. Yeah, just snap. So, oh Jesus! So you killed my monster again. So what we can do is just keep spawning lots of monsters, and then in very late night when I was doing, keep spawning the monsters. The one programmer I've never talked to him before, but just coming down to my desk and then give me a bit of paper with some numbers, which numbers I can understand. This is the number of the certain monster.
Okay.
I can type in so that I can spawn a very new, stronger monsters. Right. Oh, thank you very much. So that was a very fun moment.
You were like playing God.
At first, I felt like God. Hey, players, can you beat my monsters? But no. I was very weak God.
They were God.
Yeah, they were God.
So it was then, on Sunday, November 11th, 2012, just over a year after Final Fantasy XIV was originally launched, with Dalamud hanging in the sky, that the servers were finally turned off. And as they did, a trailer dropped, showing players what was to become of their old home.
Wow. Wow. How special is that then? For people that have played the original 1.0, that trailer must hold so much weight to them. Damn, this gives me the chills. Oh, Legacy players also get to keep their Stuart from the game, and it has a special exclusive barding. That is so awesome. Albsterz, I kept killing monsters while that was happening. I didn't even pay attention as the world was being destroyed. Funnier. No way. Posted it. Ooh, cutie, we will have a little look after this last little bit. My boyfriend cried when the cutscene played. React to that video. I did. It's already on YouTube. There's also a special opening cutscene only Legacy players get as well. Is that on YouTube? 1.0 players that start A Realm Reborn got a different intro. I wonder if that's online somewhere. I wonder. Yes, it is. Oh. Now let's have a little look. See what happens.
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you had something that not a lot of people liked, and everyone wanted to forget about it. So rather than, just taking that and doing it over, and just reimagining it, why not destroy that and start over? If we leave too much of that original core there, then it will just linger on as that kind of cancer that, will always bring us back to that failure. Why not just clean the slate? But on the other hand, and this is where, things kind of got complicated, is that, no matter how bad the reviews were and how many people bought the game but then left the game, there was still this core of players in both Japan and, Europe, North America, that were passionate about the game. In the state that it was, they were passionate about the game. They were passionate about the series and their characters that they created and are now living in this MMO. And so, it would have been easy to just say, okay, bye guys, But if you do that, then you've basically alienated the only group that stuck with you, for all of those years, when everyone else is slamming the game and talking about how bad it is. I mean, those guys were troopers. They would go on the forums. They were defending, the development team when a lot of times we didn't deserve defending. So that idea to wipe the slate clean, but not make it something completely new, make it something that was connected in some way to that, to the old game. The decision made by Yoshida-san to, okay, let's, bring down Dalamud, destroy the planet, destroy the realm, but then bring it back. Figuring out a way to make that happen within the current story. Make it feel natural. Make it feel like that was always the plan. Was the biggest challenge, I think.
The team at Square Enix had worked themselves to the bone, not only recreating Final Fantasy XIV in A Realm Reborn, but also by dedicating time and money to ensuring that 1.0 players felt part of that story. The moon, Dalamud, had crashed into the world of Eorzea. That world was gone forever. And only one question remained. What was going to rise out of its ashes?
Bad start. Bad start. Bad start. And there it is. Is there an after credits scene? No, it's all the Patreon supporters. That was incredible, chat. That was incredible. And can we get... Wow. Some love in the chat for Koji and Yoshi P and just all the people that worked on the original 1.0 and still working today, working their asses off to produce the game that we all know and love. That is that is amazing. That really, really is, and it makes you respect the game even more. Really, really does. Thank you, community, for letting me know about this.